GTA 6 will be woke garbage. So recently I've seen a slow but steady uprising of certain sectors of the GTA community voicing concerns about GTA 6. And whilst people have reasons to be concerned, most of these reasons are based on stuff that isn't even true. Make sure you stay to the end because the last part is very important. To kick this video off, let's start off with the elephant in the room. Everyone important has left Rockstar. I see this a lot. This is probably one of the key points that's been brought up to me over the past year. And well, this isn't even close to being true. Let's look at who has actually left Rockstar Games. Firstly, we had Leslie Benzies, who left the company non-officially in 2014 and then left officially in 2016. Leslie Benzies has been credited for his incredible attention to detail and project management. He didn't work on Red Dead Redemption 2, and that's why Red Dead Redemption 2 sucked. Oh wait, sorry, I've got my notes all messed up here. Red Dead Redemption 2 was one of the best selling games of all time. The next person to depart the company was Dan Houser. Now Dan Houser was the partner in crime based games to Sam Houser, and together they ran Rockstar Games. However, it is theorized that the writing for GTA 6 had begun around 2014 to 2015, the same way that the bulk of Red Dead Redemption 2 story was actually written in 2011 and 2012. So I'm almost 100% sure that Dan Houser will be in the credits for GTA 6, as without a doubt he was involved in the project. Next we have Michael Unsworth. Now Michael Unsworth is potentially the only person on this list whose departure from Rockstar could maybe potentially impact the final product of GTA 6. Michael is an extremely talented writer, but he was only one half of the picture. A lot of the direction for Red Dead Redemption 2 was orchestrated by Rob Nelson, who is still at Rockstar and actually became the replacement for Leslie Benzies. It's worth stating that Rob Nelson was the producer of GTA 4 and the art director on The Ballad of Gay Tony and Grand Theft Auto 5. But we are still ignoring two obvious and glaring facts. Aaron Garbett, formerly the art director at Rockstar Games and now the joint head of Rockstar North with Rob Nelson, has been responsible for a large part of the creative direction of Rockstar Games, and he is still at Rockstar. According to Obe Vermaj, GTA 4's technical director, 80% of the people that works on GTA 4 are still at Rockstar. And before we move on, I'd like to add one more little point about this topic. Rockstar are known for giving their developers free rein to try functionality and systems within the game engine. There isn't one person or a small group that make all of the decisions about the game. A lot of the developers get to be more creative and propose ideas, and if it's a solid idea, then it very well could make it into the game. A couple of misplaced departures in senior management for some games developers would change the entire course of a game, but not for Rockstar. Now in this next section, I'm going to refer to the word woke as a collective term. I'm going to use it in the sense of the Merriam-Webster dictionary, summarizing the sense of consciousness of social injustice issues. So the next thing I've seen from the community is that having a female protagonist in GTA 6 is woke. I think we should speed run this round as it's an easy debunk. 1. Many dope games have female protagonists. 2. We have no idea if she is the main protagonist. Let's wait for Jason's trailer. 3. If having a female lead in the game is an issue, then why do 30% of all male gamers prefer to play as a female lead? To be clear, that's a third of all men prefer to play as women. Not 1% or 2%, a third. 4. The actor for Lucia, Manny Alperez, is a gun-toting, non-apologetic badass. I mean, the stuff she posts isn't even remotely woke, and if we've learned anything from previous Rockstar entries, the lead characters are chosen because of their acting prowess, but also because they can get along with the team working on the game and will work with the team on a creative direction. I find it very hard to believe that these main protagonists will completely abandon all of their principles to be in the game. Looking at everything she publicly says online, I find it very hard to believe that her character would be a snowflake. But hey, it's just a character, we'll have to wait and see. Now next, we need to talk about frame rates, and oof, this is a big one. Realistically, GTA 6 will run at 30 to 40 frames per second, maybe 60 frames per second on the PS5 Pro. We just don't know yet. However, it is worth noting that both the PS5 and the PS5 Pro both use the same CPU, so there's a chance that the frame rates will be the same on both consoles. Now, something else that we really have to talk about here is a lot of people keep mentioning other games that have 60 frames per second on consoles like the PS5, but GTA 6 is a whole different category of game. Looking at all the patents filed by Take-Two Interactive, the amount of background tasks and game engine processes that GTA 6 is going to have to run on this hardware is going to be absolutely insane. There's traffic AI systems, there's NPC AI systems, there's real world events happening, potentially collision physics with objects. There's a lot that has to be rendered on the PlayStation hardware. The core issue here will never be Rockstar throttling their game because they don't like us, or because it's fun to make the game a lower frame rate. It's because the console industry is behind technologically compared to where GTA 6 is going to be. This has been the same for every game that Rockstar has released. One of the biggest challenges Rockstar has ever faced was squeezing GTA 5 into the Xbox 360 and the PS3. To squeeze GTA 6 into the Series S, X, PS5 and PS5 Pro, they're going to have to make compromises. And in my personal opinion, which of course may differ from yours, compromising frame rates is a lot better than compromising features and technology within the game. Now, I've seen a lot of people suggest that GTA 6 launches on PC, and there's a few reasons why this won't happen, and the core one being the fact that making a PC version of the game stable and not modded from day one is not necessarily an easy thing. There is of course a ton of other reasons, including the obvious financial incentive for Rockstar, but I've covered that in a separate video. Down the line, we could very well get 60 frames per second on future consoles, or on the PC version. We may even get it on the PS5 Pro or the Series X. It may even be on all of the versions of the game from day one. But once again, we don't know, so it's not worth worrying about it yet, or even thinking about it too much yet until we have some official information from Rockstar. Moving on, let's talk about graphics, more particularly textures. A common criticism I've seen is that Lucia's skin almost looks plastic, which, I'll be real, is a fair point, but I'd like to offer an explanation for this. I've color graded and worked on video game marketing material before, and there's some very important stuff that you need to know about the GTA 6 trailer. This is a cinematic trailer, not gameplay. The important thing to note here is that Rockstar are not emulating game graphics. They are emulating movie aesthetics. Shots like this emulating black diffusion and pro mist filters on 35mm cameras to make the image bloom and to make it seem more aesthetic, and softening some of those midtones, highlights and shadows, and reducing some of that detail and bringing Hollywood magic to the trailer is what the trailer is for. The whole point of this trailer is to give us the context, the who, the what, the where, the when, and also make us wonder how. This is not a final product, and this is the biggest thing which I'll argue forever. Rockstar's final games always look better than their trailers. I mean, GTA 5's first few trailers had missing assets. They had black holes behind vehicles when nothing was there. Some buildings weren't even rendered in. Every single trailer Rockstar games have released, the final game has been more polished. Now, this brings me on to the next topic on the list. Rockstar is greedy. Now, I'm not going to defend Rockstar in the whole shark card pay to win thing. I personally don't play GTA Online anymore because it's so grindy. But a point to note, Rockstar is providing a service and people are paying for it. If people don't enjoy it and people stopped paying, Rockstar would be forced to switch it up. So as a community, we have to take some responsibility for what GTA Online has become, because Rockstar's just introduced features that the community have done, whether it be through third-party mods or what people are investing their time in. Another thing to note is that GTA Online is fundamentally flawed in so many aspects, because GTA 5 was never supposed to be a successful online game. That's why they previously had multiple DLCs planned for the story mode, and all of these DLCs were completely axed because of the success of GTA Online. They had to adapt a game and a game engine that was never supposed to be part of a core online model. GTA 6, however, will be built on the premise that game sales are cute, but the real money is in the online model, and they know that they can't rinse and repeat the current version of GTA Online with GTA 6, because people are slowly but surely getting bored of it. So in GTA 6, they will build the map and the vehicles, the houses and the items to give us a heightened sense of value for GTA Online. Our money in the future GTA Online for GTA 6 will be more useful than it currently is at the moment. To summarize this whole video, people need to stop judging the game based on something they think could possibly perhaps happen. Now, I do think the overall tone of GTA 6 will probably be different, but that's not because of any cultural or society or social norms, that's because Rockstar don't want to make the same game again. Red Dead Redemption 2 was an absolute masterclass in storytelling. Myself and Fishy did a full video about this the other day talking about some of the fantastic features that were added into it. But if Rockstar was to make GTA 6 3 male protagonists with a similar edgy storyline to GTA 5, that would be lazy and would be criticising them for that. The fact that they are willing to invest in their storytelling and introduce a female protagonist into this and also try and reminisce some parts of the Bonnie and Clyde love story makes GTA 6 that much more interesting, because if they can totally revamp their current model while still keeping that Rockstar humour in there, while still keeping things edgy and make it one of the best selling games of all time in the process, that's a win for everyone, for us as fans and for Rockstar as a business. I think the best thing to do is wait until the game comes out, watch some playthroughs of the first few missions, and you're gonna do that on my channel of course, you know, subscribe please, and make a decision if you actually want to buy the game. I've noticed a fair few repeat offenders in the community commenting that they don't care about GTA 6 on GTA 6 videos, on GTA 6 based channels. Being offended that the game will be lefty propaganda without any proof that the game will be lefty propaganda is the most social justice warrior thing to do. Wait for the game and don't be a snowflake. Thank you all so much for watching today's video. Hopefully it outlined some of the reasoning behind some of these claims and some of the things that maybe debunk these claims. And if you did enjoy, please make sure to like and subscribe. See you all in the next one. Spin the cylinder, push it